The Backrooms. You've been here before. Entity number 88. Hiveminds. Concord Entity Classification System. Habitats. Level 8. Level 4. Indexed Entity Threat Score. Danger 0. Intelligence E. Class Floral. Properties Hivemind. Description: Hiveminds are plant-like organisms originating in Level 4 that spread to Level 8 on 1/4/2020. They are roughly the size and shape of a pear, seeming to be a cross between a reptile and an embryophyte. They resemble spiders, but have 6 root-like legs and extremely elongated quote-unquote heads. Their primitive heads contain a brain almost equal to the body mass of the rest of the organism. They have no eyes, but rather a very light pink membrane around their entire head that appears to be photosensitive, nearly replicating one wider eye. They have no mouth, instead using small suckers on the ends of their extremities to harvest water and minerals. They seem to have adapted to consume radiation from fluorescent lights, and, in the absence of such, will have their growth stunted greatly when relying on just minerals. One of the most interesting aspects of the entity is its ability to adapt and evolve within mere weeks or months. Upon being introduced to a cave in Level 8 by accidental transmission, a new species evolved within roughly 2 months, much more adapted to life without light. Hiveminds, while rarely prepared, can be consumed if cooked properly and detoxified. Their first recorded cultivation practice for nutrition was created by the Lost, but is most predominantly done by the Eyes of Argos. The BNTG have outlawed this practice as it can lead to poisoning if done incorrectly. The MEG now requires members to have a license to cultivate and prepare hiveminds. As of 1/10/2021, Tom's Diner is the only place with such a license. Behaviors: Hiveminds are generally harmless and are content to stay rooted in a single spot for their roughly 7-week lifespan. However, if put in immediate danger, will scuttle away to a reclusive area. They constantly release invisibly small amounts of spores, which will sometimes grow into more hivemind specimens. Biology: The strangest trait of the hivemind is its namesake. All hiveminds share one collective consciousness and are generally thought of as a singular entity in many bodies. Additionally, while this entity is not particularly intelligent, it has enough brain power to understand simple human attempts at communication, similar to the way a dog or pig would. The spores released by hiveminds can be irritating to the esophagus if the person inhaling the spores has asthma or a similar condition. Additionally, large quantities of the spores can cause slight memory alteration, but hiveminds as a whole are largely harmless. Discovery: It is unknown who discovered hiveminds or when their discovery took place. The first recorded cultivation of hiveminds for food purposes was created by the Lost. Species: As of 2/12/21, 2 separate species of hivemind exist. The wall hivemind was the original, with 6 leg-like appendages, a slight purple-pink hue, and around the size and shape of a small pear. The secondary species, the cave hivemind, now exists in Level 8. These hiveminds are almost entirely white, glow much more violently, and are significantly smaller than wall hiveminds. It is unknown whether the species still share a single mind, or if they are now 2 separate beings. Do's and don'ts: Do: Ignore, scare away. Don't: Stomp on one, as it can release a cloud of noxious spores. Pour water on one, as it will rapidly disintegrate and release a cloud of spores. Show Public Announcement 293. Public Announcement 293. Any reports of a massive carnivorous hivemind on Level 4 are entirely false. No hivemind could ever grow to such sizes in such low-light conditions. Additionally, no hivemind has ever been observed to consume meat. If you're still not convinced, aberrant hive minds are impossible. They share one collective mind. If one was disconnected from it, the hive mind would have no mind. It would just die. All things considered, any reports of this hive mind are false and should be taken with a grain of salt. Signed, Abraham Lena,